enough of you. There we go. And music. It wasn't such a smooth transition as I was hoping because when it's weird that it kind of died. Oh, it's weird that it died like in the middle of it. Like, I already had to like start streaming and then just OBS disappeared. It just noped out into existence, and then it just comes back. Oh, don't know if you guys hear that, but apparently there are fireworks going out outside. It's 11 p.m. This ain't no New Year's celebration. What's going on out there? And that's why it's kind of like a bad sign that the start of the screen is literally like a connecting screen, huh? But anyway, I am so excited. Okay, this is the finale. I'm excited, but I'm also dreading it because I will not lie, I have gotten attached. Final chapter. The resolve of Ryunosuke and Naruhodo. Oh, I don't have a cutscene or anything. Ooh, I like this. It's like a refrain of, or like a no, not a remix. It's like the apprehensive sound when you're just investigating and getting to know stuff, but then it has like a very like heaty drum to it. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I like it a lot. CFOs, hi, hello! Oh my god, same. I'm so excited. But like I was saying before. Oh my god, it's picking up. This song is so good. Hi CFOs, long time no see. I was saying that I'm both excited but also kind of dreading it. But because I have gotten attached to this game so much. Wait! Shit! No. I was fuck. Not autoplay. Back to the title. I wanna do something. I haven't done anything yet, so it's okay to just nope out of here. I really like that music there though. That's what that was playing in the antechambers. I will. 1 second now. Turn off the costumes actually. Like for the last kiss because I was like, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I don't want it to end. Like right now I'm debating. I don't know. I don't want it to end. It's such a fun ride, and I've gotten really attached to the game. But all good things have to come to an end. And also, tell me if there's anything wrong with the audio, because apparently I was rewatching my last VOD, and apparently there was like some staticky pops that were happening, and no one really told me. So like, please feel free to tell me if something's wrong with the audio or whatnot. So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Mr. Sato. Mr. Sato? Mr. Sato tossed for the road. Oh, no! What's the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? The bailiff just the back. And last one, Mr. Pops. Oh, thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. That means a lot when people rewatch the VOD. Thank you. That means more than you think it does. But okay, if it's okay, then thank you. But if anything does go like Ari, like if anything is going on in like the watchers end, feel free to tell me. I really am just like a scatterbrain when it comes to all of this stuff. Yeah, that was my fault. I take full responsibility for the game being too loud because like I turn the audio up whenever there's a cutscene so you can hear the voices more, and I just forgot to turn it back down. I noticed it like 3 hours in. I turned it down eventually, but yeah, fully my fault. Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but I'm so sorry. Of course, I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but Jesus, Sasata, no, you're carrying this whole team. Oh my god, I don't know how I feel about that yet. I won't lie. Like I've seen the fan art of it, and they were nice, but and like the ending part where they're like, Jesus Christ, you never change, do you, Holmes? That was nice, but I want more of them. I want more of the dads. I shan't let you down. Would you mind helping me to my feet then? Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. I really like this music. I like this like rearrangement of this one soundtrack. I'm so so hyped for you to. Oh my god, there's more! Susato-san isn't her usual self at all, but it's hardly surprising, I suppose. She's just found out that her father is a partner of the world-famous detective, not to mention. Good morning, sir! Is he here? Is he here? Is he? Lord Van Zeeks! Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. What? Did I hear that correctly? Appreciation? What? Oh, no, nothing. Just, I hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. Van Zeeks? Jovial? The fuck? In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since his all began yesterday. Ryunosuke, stop judging! Lord Van Zeeks isn't a Reaper, Mr. Naruto. Yeah, you look at Van Zeeks' face and just imagine jovial. Good point. You see this face and it's the happiest face he's ever made in his life. The Reaper, I suppose in hindsight, I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. Huh? It was my tacit acceptance of that synonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this. But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeeks. It's only because serious crimes in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it? Van Zeeks just had to crack jokes with a straight face, and then when he's alone, he breaks chalices in anger because no one reacted. No! Oh my god, I can just imagine, you know, like we have versions of like our cringe members coming back to haunt us and we just kneel over. Van Zeeks is him just destroying a bunch of bottles and chalices. Oh no! He was trying his best to be like being social and making funny quips so that they like are more calm around him. When it didn't work, when. To be frank, I'm not sure what that was. I'm not sure that was the sole reason. What do you mean? There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. Oh. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's relentless spirit returned to some sort of demigod. To wield the deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. Yes, we've heard that story too. When I lost him, I really... I don't know why, but like it's it's not an excuse, but you can really feel that he really held his brothers at such the highest regards. Ugh. I felt as though I lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. That was Kazuma to me. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly. He's touching his boob again! Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public. It was obviously extremely important to you. Lord Cleatman's... Oh no, I said it. I will just say, saying the N is sometimes hard for me. Especially in that kind of setup. Sometimes I forget to say it. So, Lord Clint Van Zeeks. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity. Thank you. Now, tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Is he here? Is he here? Oh no, it's her! Oops, I thought Sherlock was here. Oh, Iris, when did you get here? Get the compliments coming, white boy. Dance, white boy, dance. Oh. I bought you one of my special pens. Harley loves it. He says it helps him clear his head. Jesus. I thank you. Going back from Iris to Van Zeeks was hard. I didn't know where my throat was going there for a second, but I can't believe somehow this shot is unreal. Iris and Van Zeeks in one frame. My god, everything is just breaking. Okay, at least we're back now. And I also missed some lines because I clicked out and the game is weird about me when I clicked out. It also advances text for some weird, contrived reason. Okay, Rinosuke said, that's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. Which is exactly what I said about Van Zeeks and Iris being in the same frame is so weird for some reason. Ah, fuck my phone. I nearly dropped it. You seem different today, Iris. sort of subdued, I suppose. I am not! Very cute. Very lovely. Fuck. Sorry about that. I was looking at my stuff and because of the internet loss, some of like my VTuber React things are gone. Are they disconnected? That's why I set them up before the stream in the first place, and now it doesn't even matter. Why is I leave? What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Seed's laboratory. I was gonna say, are we going to bring that up to Van Zeeks? It is his brother's report, but I guess you wouldn't want to put that thought in your client's head just out of courtesy. Alright then, good luck to both of you. I have to make a move now by shooting all of you. No, but this is left behind. Oh, you're not staying? I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings. Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready. What do you mean, child? Get ready? For what? Oh, yes. Would you like to take fit? It's an Ocelot! Wait, by the way, what are the oh, I still have all of them. Oh, shit. I don't think I remember all of them. Okay, Kazuma. Red-headed League. Picture of Vigil. This one, we still haven't used this. Professor Mikotoba is vulnerable handler. He's trustworthy. Just nice young man, okay. And the steamship ticket. I feel like that's gonna be significant. The steamship ticket. The date was probably also important, October 1st. Probably gonna call into that into question or whatnot. Yes, I think it's 13 over. I mean, she probably goes back and forth. But she always be like this, is there not other? Dismissal notice. I think we've done and used this because I think it was primarily used to remind Vigil that is left, and we've used this because we used this to connect Vigil to the room. We've done this because we've used this to connect a gunshot, quote unquote, to the room. We haven't used this. Presumably it belonged to Inspector Gregson. But we haven't really moved on that it isn't. We used this. This is the key to the... we haven't used the gun yet. Nancy, he's my guiding light. Autopsy report. Okay, so this is new. Indeterminate. Evidence suggests measures may have been taken to disguise the time of death. Victim was shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in an instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the body from behind. You need to have like an exit wound then. Caliber gun using which is a standard issue in firearm. The floor plan, we haven't really... I mean, kinda. We kinda used this to prove where the board was. We've used this because there was a handprint on it. We've used this to connect the point that it must have been like a firecracker and not a gunshot that they heard. We kinda used this to... I'm still on the idea that it isn't his hairpiece. But we also used it to confirm the fact that he doesn't have like a red bruise around his neck. We've used this to like debunk the time of death that the prosecutor was given. We've used this kinda. We back! See you folks! I'm begging that we are back for goods for reals. Hello, CEO folks. I'm really sorry about all those technical difficulties. Especially considering that this is also a difficult time for you to watch. Because it's like late into the mornings. So I'm just going over all the evidence I have because I've kind of forgotten some of them. Like in the 3 days. We use this to like identify Vigil as been using Gregson's name or by like I don't know. We've used this to bring to light the fact that Gregson was using a body double essentially to make it look like he was going on rounds and actually he was investigating something. We haven't used this. It is very cute. I feel like it has something to do with this chest in the foreground. I don't know. So, the Asogi papers. This is gonna be important. Also, the only weapon I have left, Genshin hereby requested upon my death, all material possessions and wealth belong to the London delivered to my son, Kazuma Asogi in the Empire of Japan. And with this sentence, I accept my fate in this foreign land and acknowledge that I will never see my homeland and family again, but I regret nothing about my chosen path. Okay, the box. Okay, there's like a gash on it, there's a blood splatter on it. I'm pretty sure this, because like Toby attacked us when we had this trunk, that whatever is in it or whatever inside, or I don't know if it has like mass sense, makes dogs go crazy. Like those bottles. What are the other stuff here? Shake. What's inside? Got its glued stuck. Is that in it? I feel like this bottle should be like investigatable. Okay, and we found his passport, which means that he left on the 31st and he was in France. He was traveling with one other person. That is concerning. And the autopsy report, then 6 British, 33. 31st May, 9 p.m. and midnight. Died from a single stab wound to the heart. Other superficial external wounds indicative of duel. He died fighting. Recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little and ring finger of the right hand, but no documents were spotted. It was found. Vital evidence recovered from the victim's stomachs. What was that? What was found in his stomach? I can't believe they didn't write that part into the autopsy report. I'm kind of concerned. What if some freaky shit that they found? The Usalog plushie! I completely forgot! We're getting an Usalog! Isn't that one of the little feltals that's usually dangling from your knapsack? Yes! It's a lucky charm! A little Hurley that I made once! It's so cute! A Hurley? Looks more like a Hairly to me. Oh, shut the fuck up, Leonosuke. If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just put this little Hurley's ears... just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can! What? Pull his ears? That's right! It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it. Oh shit, that's not very good. You think that we'll need... Oh, what we'll need is luck? I want it! He's so cute! Hey, look at him! He has a little flower in his butt. Never, cause never. It's mine now. Wait, let's see. What a charming little rabbit version of Mr. Sholmes. Do you suppose this is how Iris sees him? He looks blitzed out of his mind. It's all that opium. Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? Your eyes are veritably boring into the poor doll's ears. Oh, sorry, I was just wondering. What do you suppose would happen if I were to take its ears with all my might right now? I'm sure that we'll find out when the time is right. Ah! I'm sorry, Gaiden. Okay, now that one was on internet. So yeah. To anyone who doesn't know, I have two issues with my streaming. The fact that OBS disconnects me no matter what, and the fact that my internet apparently wants to give up in the middle of a stream. I can tell when it's not my internet though. I have the router right in front of me. To become a proper gentleman, you must learn stoic patience. But I wanna know! Same! He looks... he looks high as fuck. He looks high to Kingdom Come. He look at the little feetsies. I'm sad he doesn't have like toe beans. But I guess they couldn't render that. I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom. And it seems very different to normal. Jesus, going back from Iris to Van Zieks is going to kill me. As much as I loved it, but... Yes, it would seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. Who? That Kazuma? What does that mean? Oh, do you mean Strongheart? But what about Mr. Sholmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning. Oh, I see. Was Professor Mikotomo out all night too, do you think, Mrs. Soto? Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently, they didn't come back at their rooms last night at all. They? Oh no! Under the blue lit sky! Gee, guys, come on! They're having a murder here and you guys are messing around. Though I will say, if I had a chance to mess around with Van Zieks, I would definitely take it. Even if it's the middle of a trial. They? Father and Judge Jigoku, I mean. A passionate reunion between adults? I mean, they need it. How long have they not met each other? Like 16 years by that point or something? 10 years, I mean? They want to get reacquainted, if you know what I mean. Judge Jigoku too? That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday. I hope he's not dead. And stuffed into a trunk. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Please make your way inside the courtroom at once. Good luck then, Reno. Good luck, Susie. Yes, thanks, Iris. And you, Mr. Reaper. I hope it goes well. Oh! Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing. Iris, you need to send more of that tea to Van Zieks. Maybe it will help with his alcoholism. Oh, I'm so glad! We must go inside now, Lord Van Zieks. What, you don't have anything to say? Lord Van Zieks has always been a formidable prosecutor. I've had I have to lock horns with. In court. Ooh, in the windows? But not today. Today I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Sogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to prison all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. Aww. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning. That's so absolute. I really don't want the game to end. I can just play this game forever. Hey! Oh, it feels more oppressive here than it did yesterday. Their cold stare is piercing me like knives from all sides today. Ah! Mr. Naruto, look! You bitch! What are you doing here? This isn't allowed! He has a bias! Lord Strongheart! Kazuma must have known beforehand. The ramifications of this trial now extends far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. Then let us say, yeah! Wait! Are we not going to see him again? No! Mr. Santa Claus, come back! I miss you! In fact, even events have come to light that threatens to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system. The escape of the condemned criminal on the night of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreaking. Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. You guys are British, you guys are already an international embarrassment. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. Oh god! He's so tall! He can barely fit in that chair! And one over which I, Mael Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. See? He said authority, not fairness. So... the hell is pyrokinesis? The 6 jurors' flames just... ghosts! As the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary assembled to bear witness to a fair and judicial process. In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. Ooh, he's biting back! He's being sassy! No comment, huh? On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zieks. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother, Clint, in fact. Wow, bringing in the dead brother. Wow. Well, I guess that's what you get for being bitchy. You get bitched back. That is not the sound that would make if you hit it. Stop with the bullshit. That was fake. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Stop standing, you're so tall! For the trial of Baroque Van Zieks, who officially stands accused of murder. I hate hearing that the sound the entire trial. Oh my god, he's gonna keep saying it. Already won because he was gonna like, oh no. Yeah, but it's fake. Ooh, I like this music though. I like this music. Oh wow. Counsels for the prosecution and defense, are you in full readiness to proceed? The defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution. Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side of the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Yes, he was carrying out operations and secrets which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice. Oh, I feel bad for I feel bad for Vigil. I really hope after this trial we can do something for him. I really want to help this man. Like, you know, Van Zieks pulled some arms or twisted some elbows, I don't know how the term goes, to keep like Rolly Beat still in the Scotland Yard, even just as a Bobby. He can like do something for this dude. I feel so bad for him. Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work, when in fact, he wasn't. Sorry, I had a burp. At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. How often do fucking people get amnesia? Amnesia in real life. We literally have like 2 amnesiacs here yesterday. It will appear he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. Because whilst he was engaged as chief warder of Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape. Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Sinners. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League. Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed 1 day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound. The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord. Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Asolgi. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed the defense's suggestions could not be ruled out. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on 31st October, the day before his body was discovered. I have updated the current autopsy report that includes amended details. But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday that the time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st November. I don't like his face! I don't like it! Why is he looking at me like that? There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. That's out of the question. There are no refrigerator devices in this. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. Also, I'm going to fucking die if, like, Van Zieks, Asogi, and Strongheart talk back to back to back because there's very little that differentiates the voices I give them. I'm, like, already struggling with Asogi and Strongheart by, like, purposely making Strongheart's voice way deeper than what is comfortable. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. Very well. The court will accept this new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident. It would, yes, especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Though I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities. Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now. God, whenever he does that, it like exposes a bit of his side titty. I'm just going. Gina, yeah, thought so. State your name and occupation for the court. Also, see you, I don't know if you talked about it before on the stream, but Mari and I had like a headcanon that Kazuma cannot understand Gina's Cockney at all. Like, he suffers with a regular English already and is like, what am I? Can you out of an even? He probably doesn't understand half of what she's saying, to be honest. He's just tuning out. Inspector General Letstrade, report on representative of Scotland Yard. Just guessing, right? He's just picking out keywords that he can understand and just making a conjecture from there. as a self-conferred rank. But never mind. Gina, again? What's your problem, Otto? What's with that Gina again? Look, eh? The boss meant the world to me. It done more than me than anyone else ever did. Aww. Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean? He got me out of the back slums of the East End and took me in under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him. Oh, Gina. Right. All out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes. No. Ryu, please, just let the girl have a moment. What's relevant to the proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about. Very troubling. That face, Lord Strongheart knew. So, Inspector Lestrade, I know. Hello, I'm back. Alright, I was saying, it's kind of bothering me that when he slams his fist, it's an open palm. Like, at one point, I'm gonna say, ouch, that sounds extremely uncomfortable, especially if you, like, consider the sound it makes, but also, it would be kind of cute if he learned a bit of, like, judo. I don't know what it's called, whatever martial art Susato knows, because technically he did live with him, and technically Susato is his sister. So, like, you know how when those martial artists can, like, break several bricks with, like, the side of their palms. That's what I'm guessing is happening here, and that's why it's like that for Asogi. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report. Yeah, them training together, but also Kazuma getting his ass absolutely kicked by Susato. He can barely, like, stand a second when they're sparring because he's immediately grappled and thrown into the ground. Cannon. Come on up, sir. I can never win against her. Right. This is why Asogi has absolutely no fear and wherever Susato is, because he'll feel sorry for whoever tries to attack her rather than Susato herself. All our detectives were supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office bag turned up a notebook that had loads of secrets meeting in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealing that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the couples weren't on to that. What matters most is, there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at that place too. Pansies, why did you hide that from me? Pansies, I'm going to, like, shake you by your cravat. Smuggled goods? I don't know, do I? I mean, I don't know, do you? I'm just telling you what was written on the book. Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at a regular black market that takes place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So, Inspector Gregson was investigating one of these black markets. It's been suggested that higher-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. Are you part of the black market activity? No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigation being leaked into the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge. And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. And on the day in question, the accused has been known to have been there. Sorry, my nose is clogged. And I need a burp. Everything is going wrong. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation, no matter. How sure are you it's Van Zieks, though? Is it how many 192 centimeter men who are built like Adonis or like a Greek god are around in London? Just saying. Who has massive titties bigger than watermelons? That can't be. We haven't heard anything about. Same. We haven't heard anything about any of this. Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Baron Van Zieks, was present. That would be very significant testimony then. Oh my! But Lord Van Zieks has made no mention of this at all. I know, right? I'm going to shake that man by his cravat and like get him to fess up. What the fuck is wrong with you, mister? Short, Lord Van Zieks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. Oh, I really hate this face. Oh, it's so good. That like smug smile and his like squinted eyes. I'm just That is not the sound that makes. You're a liar. Very well then, counsel for the defense. Begin your cross-examination. I want that notebook, Gina. Give it to me. Can we like ask the witness? Did you go there? Can we like confirm that with him? It's right there. Okay. I mean, I guess it's just get more information, so we'll press everything. So, you followed orders, dude. You, no, not me. Nah, not me. I'm above all that, see? Don't hurt us a soundboard under his stuff doesn't make that sound. Jeez. Can you like donate one of your soundboards to me, Strongheart? I can definitely use it. Oh. The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips. Go and give Toby his grub. That kind of thing. So Aaron's more than orders then. This detective is still an apprentice after all. Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss. That's why I've been doing my own investigation into what happened. I didn't find much at first. But a little search in Bug's office. So you went for Inspector Gregson's things? Oh, as part of the independent Let's Try investigation. I'm sure your superiors will be delighted that you're taking the initiative. So I snuck into his office when no one was about. Because I don't know what the odds had been going in there that I've toughed me straight out of the street. And this is sounding less and less like an investigation and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook. Got that right. Nothing got past Inspector Lestrade and her trusted assistant, Chief Inspector Toby. It's like he never left. I found it in one of the desk drawers and a false bottom. That's impressive. So when I went to add myself, but no one could find me, so I could have a butcher's at what was written on it. Because if anything at the yard found me out, they'd have turfed me straight off down the street. I've given it now, ain't I? And if there weren't for me, that it would never have been found. I mean, yeah. You know what about it? Can I have that notebook? Can you give it to me? Girl, give. Baby, what's his toy? Do you have any idea where those dealings are taking place? Yup. It was all there in the boss's notes. Give it then! Let's see if I can remember. As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place in a gentleman's club. Yes, I remember, but I was hoping to find out the name of the club. That won't be necessary. What? It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smuggler in the future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name of these proceedings. What? I need that information though, because if you're going to make a case that my guy or my defendant was there, as your like arguments against me, then I want all of the details myself, bitch. Or at least let me have the file. A sip of iced tea for anger. I don't know what all the fuss is about. It's what all I've got to do is read it out. Just do it, Gina. Do it, do it, do it. I needed to like clear my nose a little. I have no idea why it's so clogged today. I could too. I've got this reading game button up now. Actually, I'm so proud for Gina. Like, she's 18 and she's just starting to read, but that's because she grew up in the slums. Ryunosuke, what's your excuse? Why can't you read English? You literally have a college education. Can I show you what I can do? Go on, what's your? The judge hasn't signaled his objection yet. I could try to find out. What should I do? Do it! Do it! This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. Yeah, that's true. It is a closed court. You can just censor it out, much like what you did with like, the professor's name. There shouldn't be any possibility of that information being leaked. As I explained, there are some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine. Well, who fucking cares about caution? What matters is the now. No wonder. No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection. I really like it. I really like that Kazuma is like a loose cannon when it comes to orders like from above. Like with Van Zieks, it's just part of his nature, and I guess as well as his orders, that he likes keeps a tight lip and keeps himself to a certain I don't know, degree of orderness or like discretion, but Kazuma is just no. Eat shit. Kazuma? There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking into this black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on the day in question. If the defense requires to know the club's name, the prosecution has no intention of being obtrusive. That's just because you're my boyfriend. Eat shit, strong heart. What then? I got to show off my reading skills! Aww, she's so cute. I love her. Up in the Grouse. We've heard that name before. Where did we see that name? It wasn't here. SS Grouse. It wasn't a gentleman's club. It was a fucking ship. A steamship. Okay. That's it. I knew that ticket was going to happen eventually. The Grouse. What sort of club is that? I ain't got the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing. But I was kind of curious. There's not a place where a foreign student like you would be readily admitted. Shut the fuck up! You're a foreigner too! Kazuma, what the fuck? Have you looked in the mirror recently? Eat shit! Well, listen, Ryunosuke, the only difference here is that he has a sugar daddy in the name of Lord Van Zieks. That is white, so he's allowed in. I'll tell you what. Me and Chief Inspector Tobin would go undercover. Could you though? I could pick out a few good marks and see what else I would find out while I was in there. I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Anyway, that's where these black market dealings were going to take place, is it? Yeah, it's gotta be. That's what the lower ranking detectives at the yard reckon. Says the even lower ranking detective. I realized slowly that Toby was named after. Oh, you didn't know this? Oh, he was so cute. I love Toby. I hope she brings him out again. I miss Toby. Even though I was ferociously attacked by him. I need to find out of the Reaper thing at the end. But I'm thinking I should present the ticket on that big grouse thing. So, how had Inspector Gregson come to find out about it in that case? Well, that's the question, ain't it? But I'm just an apprentice, so such a big death flag that I think about. I mean, I feel like it was. The death flag was at the end of the first game, right? Where there were like 4 names, and like 2 out of the 4 names at the time were already like quote unquote dead, because there was Shin. Wait, did you not? Because like there was that ending scene at the. Really? Because it was the thing at the end, right? Where they were in the first case where they like had that Morse code thing, and Iris figured out that it was a Morse code in Japanese, actually. Okay, vibes. very mood, to be honest. Yeah, because I was thinking like there was Jay Wilson, then Kazuma Sogi, then Shin and Tobias Gregson, 2 of which were like already dead, quote unquote dead. Like Wilson and Kazuma. And then the first case, in the second game, Ashin or Assassin is dead. So it was kind of obvious that Tobias is going to die. He was the only one left. And before he pulls an Asogi. And why didn't he inform Scotland Yard of his findings? Well, that's what I was asking myself, because, you know, I'm just an apprentice. When it suits you, yes. Anyway, the point is, something went on in that club, no questions. You can't say that for certain though, surely. Wrinkly. It was the one time my brain was wrinkly. Because they said Asogi, and then like because they kind of lingered on it a little. Like how Wilson is dead, and my brain is always on Asogi, so I was thinking, oh no, Asogi is also dead. This is a hit list, or something like that. But I don't think it's a hit list now. Is it though? Because I was thinking that's all about the people that were involved somehow with the case of 10 years ago. So I'm not sure if it's a hit list and more of like just a general list of people involved. Because like apparently Dr. Wilson is the coroner or that did an autopsy report on Clint. And then Asogi, I don't know, maybe Mikatoba kind of expressed that Asogi wants to look for the truth, and so he's like well, yeah, actually my theory is now falling apart as I say it. Because Assassin wasn't there 10 years ago. But she was the acting Reaper, and then Tobias, who's apparently working with Assassin. Lord Van Zix was at the club. What was the music he was dancing to? Was he twerking? Was it Despacito? 5 seconds. Yeah. It was. Oh, he was twerking? God damn! Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Listen, Asogi confirmed it, so he was there. They were clubbing. So he's breaking it down, right? The clap of his ass. Oh wait, fuck. Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest. The club had rooms? Oh my god, what do they do in private rooms? It looks like there's no disputing that he was there then. Van Zeeks! Well, we know that Lord Van Zix was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the Inspector's secret notebook, which led him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then, there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there. None have been identified at this time, no. Sunday is for kissing. Are you sure it's just kissing though? Are you sure? So, the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club. Oh! Why didn't you ask Inspector Letstrayed here, eh? Tina, she's so cute. Usually I get annoyed with characters like these and like, hey, I'm important, speak to me. I'm the one who has all the answers, but she's adorable. I just love her. Says in those rooms. Oh man, you don't know this, but I have the deets on what happened inside the room, Sea of Homes. They were holding hands before marriage. Scandalous stuff. They were holding hands, like fingers intertwined and everything. Honestly, the debauchery there was unheard of. So that's all I've got to work with. Gina's not holding like an ice cold stare to her, is she? I really don't know what to make of this all. Our Van Zix told us that he investigated the reason, but he never once mentioned it to my inspector. I think Lord Van Zix could have been lying to us too. Not that that's not the only way to explain this. Oh! If everything Lord Van Zix has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in his testimony somewhere. So I do present the ticket. They have to be prosecuted for public indecency now, right? Not only by the court of law, but also the church. Those were just some blasphemous stuff. Like they were even rubbing their thumbs together. Jesus. The room 5 feet apart, holy hands in sunny silence. Right? Van Zix. One hand holds the chalice, the other holds Asogi's hands. Jesus, sounds like heaven to me. I mean, exactly. Golden War here. It should be the ticket, right? I'm gonna save though. Present. It hasn't changed though. But I'm assuming it's okay because. Okay, looks like it's right. I've read about this clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, they're places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues. Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be. I will fucking choke you, bitch! Seriously, is your mirror correct or something? Oh no! He's been infected by the whites! He's starting to believe that he's white. Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at a club called The Grouse? The Grouse, I have no idea. The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet. And I'm sorry to say that they probably won't. What do you mean by that? I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st October may not have been a gentleman's club at all. You're showing a very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel. I've been doing that since day one, sir. Alright, this is the first time you've seen me act in court. If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it? A steamship. You think it's a ship? I have the evidence to prove it here. Let me see that. This dark-suited young man is not at least a bit untrustworthy. The other way, you stupid bitch! Isn't it obvious? The other side, my lord. Be more specific next time. It's not my fault you're an idiot. This would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes. The SS Grouse. So, there's a steamship named the Grouse that happens to share the name of the club. But I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there. How? Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port. The ship arrived at the port of Dover on the 1st November. Oh! The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresno Street. Sorry? In other words, on the day in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission, that ship had docked on Britain shores. That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging. The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question. Then show your evidence for that assertion. Very well, bitch. God damn it! I dislike it a lot. That is not the one I have grown to love. In that case, the council depends. Present your evidence to the court now. It's the passport, like a ticket or something? Evidence to substantiate your claim that the victim was investigating as yeah, it's this shit. Let's check. Nixon. Or doesn't say. Usalog! It doesn't say exactly the ship it was on, but it stands a point in fact that he was on a ship on the 31st. I think that would be it. What's this? A passport for travel issued to the victim. Date 31st October. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there's a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country. I like that animation. Shut up! I don't accept your stupid mallet. Order! Order! This document is for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized. The day before the SS Grouse arrived at Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for the night. According to my father, who was on board, at the port of Dunkirk. Dunkirk, France. What could possibly have taken the victim there? I'm impressed. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Why? I'm gonna fall over. I love he has a laughing animation on in court. Just imagine your prosecutor laughing at your face. Even Van Zeeks wasn't that mean. He just called me slurs. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport. What? You mean you knew about this? The prosecution strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at the London club. That's the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations, and the line of prosecution has been asked to follow. Oh, you're just admitting to the fact that you were being led to a certain something. Ooh, okay, feisty. But personally, I don't agree. This really comes back to what I said, that I love the fact that Kazuha is a loose cannon as a prosecutor. It's just so messy. I think the prosecutor's office is trying to hide something. What? Are you sure you should be saying that? And now that you've expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe that something to be. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh wait! Don't tell me. It's like Sholmes and Mikotoba investigating ship. What are you playing at, Prosecutor Asogi? A courtroom of a forum of the truth is a forum for the truth, my lord. Which is why it's my duty to present all these facts without exception. I love him. Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it? I really don't know if this court can go on. There's clearly some bad blood between the judge and the prosecutor. Can my client just get a not guilty and you guys fix your drama? The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked in France on the day in question was to carry out a mission for the Reaper. What? The Reaper? What are you saying, you stupid bitch? Ah, I hate it! Order! What on earth are you saying, counsel? The prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. You're so proud of yourself, aren't you? Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. Are you saying his hideout was in France? As I'm sure you can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. But in reality, the truth is the opposite of that. What? Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was in fact acting for the Reaper. So, you're saying the mission he was undertaking was, obviously, an assassination. Baroque Van Zieks never carried out any of the actual killings. Whenever the Reaper's victims lost their lives, he always had a which tells us that he must have an accomplice. And you claim that was Inspector Gregson? I'm so upset Gina doesn't have a voice actor. I really want to hear what her voice is like. What the hell do you think you're saying, eh? My boss would never have done nothing like that. And yet, when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense. No! It can't be! He also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't he? He volunteered in voicing her lines. No, I can't read Cockney, that's the problem. The Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. Even so, there's no way that a person giving him his orders was Lord Van Zieks. No, the true Reaper is somebody else. Baroque Van Zieks is not the Reaper. A predictable response for someone who's advocating for the man. Shut the fuck up. And even if it's true that Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, the suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grouse on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all. Oh, you have some solid reason for doubting the assertion, do you, counsel? Absolutely. It's very simple. On the day in question, nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Professor Migatoba and Judge Shigoku were on that very ship. If someone was been assassinated, I'm certain we would have heard about it. Oh! Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh! Somehow, him laughing is worse than being insulted by Van Zieks. Wait, I'm sending that screenshot, saving it. He really is! I want to sock him in the face. What's so funny? You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you have missed a point. That's precisely why Inspector Gregson himself lost his life. What? Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his mark. But his mission ended in failure. Failure? It seems that the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here. What are you talking about, you little shithead? What detail? Inspector Gina Lestrade. What? The victim's notebook that you read an excerpt from earlier that doesn't contain detail of a secret investigation at all. It describes 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey. You're lying! Even if all these blooders got taken out at a coven, the boss weren't the Reaper. Poor Gina. There's no question that Tobias Grexer was heavily involved in the Reaper's activities. You may just be an apprentice, but if you've spent any time in Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors. I ain't heard nothing, and I don't believe a word of it. Then testify again, as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss. I don't... I concur. The witness will give a new formal testimony. This is... You guys are being very mean to the witness. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Brookson's secret notebook. Yeah, there's notebook tells a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff. And the last entry was on 31st October. It said grouse for the place on that date, and then a name of the month. There was a note about him being a criminal who got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or something. Oh, but honest, the boss didn't do none of it. It was investigating the Reaper, that's all. Oh. This is why you should write a more comprehensive notebook. And not just put the names and date. Like, be very specific about it. Today, like, make it a diary. Today I investigating the case in 31st October at the grouse. I need to know about information about him. Like, what Sherlock does with his cases. So that's why he isn't being blamed for the murders. Is because he is clearly stated that he was investigating. Not just grouse victim date. That can be taken any number of ways. Get personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only establishing facts here. This must be so hard for her. You can't deny it now, surely. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yeah, what of it, Kazuma Sogi? What can I deny? The notebook contained the name of the final mark and the location where the assassination would take place. That's information that the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper. No? What? The people who die... most of the Reaper's cases are like public, so you would know if someone was acquitted while being prosecuted by the Reaper, then they're gonna die. And like, sure, the place is a bit iffy, but I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, it's easy. I feel like in this type of games, it's easy to find them if you're investigating them. And I'm assuming the whole thing about black market stuff and illegal stuff is just like thrown out of the wind now. Because it's like the Office of the Prosecution's tomfoolery. So, who was to be this final mark? Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade. Read the name for the court. The name that's written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse on 31st October. Oh, would you read this Reading's still not her strong suit. Don't be mean! That ain't the problem, alright, Otto! It's a funny name. In English, it's Otto Reed. So, it's someone from overseas. Oh, may I have a bash at it? Ishiro... Is it... Seishiro? Is it? Yeah, Seishiro. Jig... Okay... You? Maybe? What? It can't be. Seishiro Jigoku? But that's Judge Jigoku. Seishiro Jigoku. Certainly not an English name, you're right. But that can't be right. I know Judge Jigoku. I saw him the day before yesterday here in London. Oh my god, please do not tell me like Brixton's body was in the trunk or something. I would lose it. I know for a fact that a man hasn't been assassinated. As I said, the Reaper failed. Why? Oh! Give me a motive on why he wanted to kill the judge, the foreign judge. Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake. So he killed the inspector. Personally. I was just wondering. It makes me think about, because I've been seeing a lot of fan art about them because I'm finally free from my shackles. I can look at fan art. And all of the fan art with Van Zeeks and then Nyamen, or like the cat version of Masked Apprentice. Or I guess it's a Masked Apprentice in this English version. And like all of the times he fucked up and like knocked over his bottle and like messed up his hair. I feel like if Van Zix really was that kind of like cold-blooded killer, Kazuma would very much be that himself. And I want to point that out so badly in the game and make him flesh about it. The Reaper, of course, being the accused. Zeke's and Masked Disciple pattern, right? It's so cute. And usually they make Masked Apprentice, like, or I just call him Nyamen. It's easier. Nyamen is usually just a little shithead that's out for chaos and being the absolute disaster of a pet, and Van Zeeks has to deal with him. It's so adorable. The Reaper, of course, being accused, Baroque Van Zeeks. It's an undeniably logical argument. Kazuma, you planned for this trial to go this way all along, didn't you? Well, I feel like there's ways on that. But also, I feel like it's as just him knowing Ryunosuke so well that he knows where he'll take the case. Mata! Yeah! I was gonna say, wow, they even let you have one even when you're a criminal? But he didn't fucking did the king! I love him. I love him so badly. It's so stupid. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice while I stand accused of murder, so you are aware, please. Lord Van Zeeks! The accused has no right to speak uninvited in court. You will return to the dog. Ugh. Excuse me. Excuse me, I had another burp. Oh god, this just made me realize banter between Kazuma and Van Zeeks would have me literally deceased. I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task for this court to decide. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally. That girl is no detective. Whew. Well, nah, that's right. I'm an inspector. Repeating rumors heard around the yard. Reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origins. That's not testimony. It's practically a script. No doubt the rest of the trial will go exactly as you've clearly planned. Oh, shit! So are you saying those are planted or something? Call them out. Come on. You're a prosecutor. Use some of your knowledge to your advantage. Did you plant those, Asogi? You can't do that. That's how Miles Edgeworth. Oh no, that's not how Miles Edgeworth did it. That's how Phoenix got like this. What do they call it? Unbarred. I don't fucking know. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. And let personal things do this. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself. By attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for testimony. What did you say? Shit. He isn't even speaking up in his defense. He's just being like, this is shit work, Asogi. Do better. Mr. Naruto, this is our chance. My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. He's been doing so just fine without your permission. He may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. Oh, shut the fuck up. You're not stealing Jikoku's animation. I don't like it. I don't like it. Very well. I will make an exception and grant the request. The defendant may remain on the witness stand for their cross-examination. Then, allow me to toast this court's impartiality. Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir. Counsel for the defense, begin the cross-examination immediately. At once, my lord. That is so fucking funny. Van Zings is just out to be like a little shithead sometimes. Like, the one time with like Dr. Seath, and he's like, don't point, and Dr. Seath was like, don't point at me. And then Van Zings just points at her and like, I concur. I love that. It's just a little bit of gremlinness inside of him. Not the book that I've a lot of stuff the Reaper got in the past 10 years. We don't have him in the banger. I wanted to like view him, like, you know, you can switch your like perspective. And then 7th October, the Growls. Nothing stands out to me actually. Being a cat is so perfect, right? I love it. Nyanzix, or what is it called in English? Meowzix is so cute. I love him, like his little squinted eyes, but he's actually like the cutest little kid. Okay. Nothing stands out to me, so I'll just press everything again. In other words, it shows that Bruxon was basically acting as the Reaper. Nyanzix! Yeah. Oh! Not at all! That ain't the only explanation, is it? I could have been investigating the Reaper in secret. And that notebook said about oh my god, I'm so excited, like, to hear his like chotto or whatever it is. I gotta say. If I may, when originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believe the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper. What arm? What are you talking about? The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person would have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization. With you at its Kazuma, with you at its head. You could just say no. I had spies at the yard keeping me abreast. Breast! I'm sorry, I'm 12 years old. He said breast. Of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. He was a boobied, a titted, a titties. So, I've been able to check on most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said the grouse. Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club, I went there on the day in question to investigate, alone. Ah! So that explains why several members of the club claim to have seen you there. But of course, the inspector was not there. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, as shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Very well then, back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook. Fine. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? You seem a little shocked by something a moment ago. Oh, no, it's alright. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I really... Are we going to the conclusion that Kazuma planted evidence? Because I thought we got that when Van Zeke spoke up and said, "This is shit, Asogi." But... Oh, yeah, he like, why would Kazuma know it was in the metal trunk? He never mentioned that. Unless he knew it was there or he planted it. Mata! Kazuma. Names of victims, dates, places, and stuff? What in particular? Well, besides the victim saves, this other name kept popping up. What other name was that? It's the one I told you yesterday. The same name, but over and over again. You mean Assassin? Yeah, that's the one. She's a friend of yours or someone, isn't she? Hardly. Were you even listening yesterday? Assassin. The assassin. Oh man, I never would have guessed that's what it meant. Van Zix, you are just a wealth of knowledge. What? Like, a killer, you mean? Fuck. Gregson was the tactician, the one who came up with the plan of attack. They investigated the mark thoroughly, finding out when they would be vulnerable and who to use to get to them. But the person actually executing this plan was someone else, you're saying? If that's true, then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organization group of vigilantes. Ah! Then perhaps what it said on the password's document. Permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Could that additional person have been... No, she's dead! Clearly the assassin who was meant to take Seishiro Jigoku's life. Oh. Gina, can you confirm that? Against the final entry that listed Grouse and Seishiro Jigoku, what name was written? Oh, well... that's the only entry that didn't have a name next to it, as it happens. What? It does add like a question mark or somewhat there, I think. In other words, Gregson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case. But Gregson was the one making the plans, was he not? Oh, how infuriating! A nameless assassin. Like several things are coming up to my head now, like I don't we have absolutely no indication yet, but with the fact that there's kind of shadowing Asogi with some doubt, what if Asogi was the one that's with him? Right, because at the start of this this case, they said that Asogi has been missing. Apparently he's been outside of the country. Oh no, Asogi, what did you do? Mata! And you're saying that the mark listed was Seishiro Jigoku. That's what's sad for the name, if you ask me. And I thought your name was odd. His name is still the oddest, I will admit. So pleased to have lost my crown there, Mr. Jigoku. I can just imagine, on the topic of funny names for Gina, if Kazuma ever introduced himself to Gina, he's like, my name is Kazuma Asogi. And Gina is just, Asogi what? Asogi noodle? Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Jujukachu. I remember the man. He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago, studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Strongheart. Asogi no? That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say. So, Lord Strongheart was Judge Jigoku's mentor. Oh, right. If I'm not mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now. 10 years ago, after that fateful case. Oh, I wonder what happened 10 years ago. Precisely. In that aftermath of the Professor case, his repatriation was organized immediately. It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's notebook. I don't think it was possible, but the mood in there's got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking. yeah, that always helps, Tina. There was another being critical who got away, and the pretenders go. What do you mean a criminal? Judge Jigoku is no criminal. Well, don't ask me. I don't know nothing about it. Oh, do you remember what Father told us? That Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain. Well, that wasn't about. It wasn't. What? It was related to the Fraser case, I'm sure. Yes, of course. You're right, but that doesn't make him a criminal. Shit. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify. But he got a little carried away and actually managed to break the witness stand. Broke the motherfucking stand! He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire for which he was charged. He said on it and it just broke. I was going to say that I like the lore idea that the reason that they made the stand so sturdy now is exactly because of Jigoku. So that's why like Band 6 can kick it and everyone can slam it as much as they want. All thanks to Jigoku. With our fat ass. Pray forgive the discourtesy of the clap of my ass. No, that's Band 6. What the fuck? But yeah, are you saying that saying contemptuous words toward the British Empire is a criminal offense? Because fuck the Brits. That was a long loading time. It was a pitiful situation, yes. The desk was very thin back then, and he just laid his ass on it like no one's business. I forgot all about it, but I prosecuted a trial too, as it happens. Oh, Fancies. You did? It was considered to be an adjunct. What the fuck is that word? It's so hard to say. The professor's proceeding, you see. But he was acquitted after being told to make reparations for the damage caused to the stand. And there you have it. He wasn't a criminal because of that. He just broke a stand. If this stands are any cheaper, you guys would all be criminals then. Have what? Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule. That there's no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court, guilty or innocent alike. He didn't make that rule though. No! Are you suggesting that the reason Judge Shigoku was targeted for assassination? The man was sent back to Japan immediately after the trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later, the mark returns to Britain once. Is everyone just ignoring the fact that Jaina is here? She was also prosecuted by the Reaper. And she's right here, living and breathing. Perhaps now you start to see just how vindictive the Reaper is. I mean, I won't doubt that he can be petty, but come on, man. Kazuma writes such good fan fiction, right? He has a very wild imagination. He's very creative. Come on, that's absurd. To take someone's life for that? You're absolutely right. Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd? Killing those who have been found innocent. Oh, so you admit the premise of the Reaper is absurd, and thus so should not exist. Clearly, the rules by which the man operates are beyond the sane person's comprehension. Did you ever ask where the rules came from? But... What? I'm just so confused. Why the hell does, like, some random kid, even Hairbrain, Albert Hairbrain has voice lines, but Gina doesn't? Why? And the experience from all his years writing Rita's gonna read her fanfiction. Man, he has a lot of experience. Do you think that when he had amnesia then, he just had some papers and then just continued to write but had no idea who the hell this Ryunosuke he was writing about was? What? I've had just enough of this. Gina. All this nonsense about the boss planning to kill people. It's cobblers. Come on, Otto. Yes? Well, then just say nothing. And then he was a fictional character. Oh my god. He would. The enemy has come. Man, Kazuma is truly living the fucking dream. Not only did he get like a rich British sugar daddy the first time he arrives in Britain, his anime husband that he's been writing fanfictions about comes to life, and man, Kazuma, why are you blessed by the gods? Why are you God's favorite child? What? Why aren't you yelling out? Objection or someone. I mean, you should yell it out if you had a voice actress. What? You got him on the floor. You do usually. Someone's lying and no questions. You gotta work out who it is. Please. For the boss. Oh. Fancies is just, do I pat her shoulders? How do I do this? Rub her back? That outburst is an insult to the court and your own testimony. I might have known that a common pickpocket from the back slums couldn't make a detective. So this is why we hate the Strongheart. When this trial is over, you will forfeit your warrant card, Miss Lestrade. Is that clear? It really is. But I've had it with a lot of you. It's all lies, blatant lies. You look at this world and wait. It's all what the fuck? God, I'm fucking over this. I want to be emotional, but Jesus, I can't read your next. It's lies. Every blatant place you look at in this world, and it's well, I've had enough. Gina. So have I. After that little speech of Gina's, I made up my mind. To do what, Mr. Naruhodo? There was one point in this cross-examination when something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd. Oh! Do you mean? I'm not going to let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears. Aw, you're so good for real. I'm actually having trouble. Sorry, I was so distracted by fantasies and Castle, but then I forgot to find the inconsistency. I want to thank you, Gina. You helped me find my resolve. The resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo? What do you mean? Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency. I know it's an inconsistency of... What? An inconsistency? Really, Otto? I don't quite know what it means yet, but... Yes, there's an inconsistency in something that was said by... Ah! I want to save. This is the first time I present him, and it might actually be right. Usually, most of the times, I'm just fucking around and making him pissed. By you, Kazuma Asogi. Using first full names. Me. Is this some attempt to filibustering counsel? Prosecutor Asogi has given no testimony. What are you suggesting I said that was inconsistent? How did you know that it was in a metal trunk? You let something slip that you shouldn't have. Ooh. I was going to say, he looked like he was, what do they call it? Ramping up for my learned friend. When I present a relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you'll realize what you've done. Very well, counsel. Go ahead. What evidence reveals this alleged inconsistency in something prosecutor said? So, okay, so, do I present the wait, the fuck, where is it? The passport or the metal trunk? What happens if I present the usalak? Oh, fuck. I'm assuming it's a trunk. If not, it's a passport. This is a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson. A metal construction, is it? Certainly very heavy. What's this? A bloodstain, and a relatively fresh one too. What? You mean that I'm grease from all the boss's fish and chips? Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests that the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. That can't be. There was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard's report. But someone knew about it. Yes, there's a reason for that. Eventually, after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it. But I found it! Me! With my nose for trouble. Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. Oh my god! Are we actually going to implicate Kazuma with murder. Holy shit. I was just assuming he would like planted the evidence, but not this. And yet, during the cross-examination of the witness just now, you said this, Kazuma. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship dock on the northern coast of France, as shown on his passport found in the victim's metal trunk. So, the question is, how did you know about the inspector's trunk? We know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passport? But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. Ooh, we're using first names in court! On the 31st of October, where exactly were you? Holy shit. At the port of Dunkirk, on board the SS Grouse. Ooh, at least he's honest about it. At least we didn't have to pry it off like teeth. Right off the... Wait, was it supposed to be like... God. I was just kind of like... It was kind of suspicious to me. Yeah, the fact that he specifically mentioned the metal trunk just kind of stood out to me. And it just kind of realized that, wait a second. We never represented it at the trunk. And also the fact that he was missing, because I was being thirsty, okay? And I wanted to meet him the first start of the case. And I just remember very clearly being disappointed that Strongheart said that he is out of the country. And I was like, ah. But then it made me realize, like, ah! Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke? Why are you so smug about that? Kazuma! What did you... I hadn't considered the possibility before, but... if Kazuma was there on the ship then, it can only have been for one purpose. Oh no, Mr. Naruto! Surely you don't think... Come on, Ryunosuke. You know the rules. Why is he like this? Oh my god, I want to smack him over the head. The only thing that really talks in this courtroom is hard evidence. As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him where he traveled. So, as it stands, you've proven nothing. Kazuma, are you challenging me to prove it? Beyond all reasonable doubt? Whoa! Ooh! The stakes are going higher here, holy shit! But you were there that day? In the same place as the inspector? He was there? With Gregson? There's a clue that you've overlooked. A secret that Trunk can tell us. Oh, it's the gash on the side, right? That would have been done by his sword. But wait. Wait. That wouldn't make sense with the autopsy, though. Jesus, there's so many evidence. The victim was shot chest close range. There wasn't any mention of a... There wasn't any mention of a sword. I can't be sure at this point. I need to verify it. But I have a nasty feeling that I'm going to be right. The accusation being made is deeply disturbing, but nevertheless, we must test it. The defense will identify for the court where in the trunk this alleged clue can be found. Sogyo's Inspector Gregson. It's the gash, right? I can't save shit! Fuck! This is your proof. What do you say to that, Prosecutor Sogyo? I think I got it wrong. Fuck. Personally, inspector's trunk and tossing it to citizen. I think tying the defense counsel to the inspector's trunk and tossing it to the sea would be more helpful. Bitch, what the fuck, are you hearing this? Hello? My life is being threatened by the court, by the prosecutor. Help? Okay, that wasn't right now. Is it the blood? There's always the blood though, right? They've already made notice of the blood. What? At least that way, London's courtroom will be safe from his destructive accusation. I will choke you, bitch! I believe that was a rather long-winded way of telling you that you're wrong, Mr. Naruto. Very well, then let us see if you can sink us from under the weight of this penalty council. Everyone is so mean to me. Ah! Okay, fine, I'll take that. I was absolutely wrong. I was hoping never to let that happen, funnily enough. You're fine. Then what is it? Wait, are you shitting me? Are you saying that I had to like... Have you seen this huge gash across the side of the trunk here? It's gone right for the letter and down into the metal... Gosh, it's a metal chest like that would be badly damaged. Whatever made a gash must have been struck the side of the trunk with terrible force. I wonder how it happened. It's not the blood. Look at this dark stain here. Do you think... Yes, I'm afraid so. I think it's blood. I knew you were going to say that. This... Oh, I didn't notice that! Fuck! I never noticed that there was like a tip of a sword. You see that? There's something stuck in the side of the trunk here. It's glinting. It looks like a fragment of metal of some sort. I can't believe I missed that. Fuck. But I think it's pressed so tightly I can't remove it. Well, don't cut yourself. You'd better leave it, I think. You're seriously not going to suggest it's Karuma, right? There it is. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here, like the tip of a blade. A blade? Kazuma, slung over your waist as ever today, slung around your waist as ever today, is the steam blade, Karuma. He has two swords. Of course it is. Won't you draw it, here in this courtroom, for all to see? Exercise caution, my learned friend. What do you mean? Are you just suggesting he's going to stab me from across the room? That man is the son of London's most notorious killer. Okay, don't make it worse. Don't Van Zeeks, that was below the belt. I'm advocating for you here, but that was too much. Thank you so much for the hydrate, bumper kids. Ah, thank you. Bailiff! Watch Prosecutor Asogi like a... That is so... I hate them. Just because he's the son of a alleged murderer, you guys haven't even proved that. You just made it like a kangaroo court for him, probably. Doesn't mean... I hate all of you. I hate the whites. That won't be necessary. I can't believe you damaged Karuma like this! Kazuma! Oh no! The tip. It's broken. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you damaged Karuma like that after I took good care of it. If the fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of that sword, the question of who was there with respect to Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Sogi? Expertly done, Ryunosuke. That's a point to you, and well deserved. Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Asogi? Yes, on the 31st of October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. Kazuma! So the additional person authorized to travel was me. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. What? What the hell is going on with this case? You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Jigoku? Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one. Okay, at least. Okay, I'll trust you on that. Explain. I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk. Why? But I never had any intentions of carrying out the plan. Why did they come to you again? You were never going to do it. We can believe Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. Seriously, as much as I believe him as well, he really didn't put himself in the most favorable of circumstances to be believed. After all, Judge Jigoku arrived safely in London the following day. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could count Judge Jigoku out. It's about Gregson we're worried about here. On the 31st, I boarded the train from London with Inspector Gregson. We traveled to Dover, from where we crossed the Channel to Dunkirk. When we boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan, he went to Judge Jigoku's cabin. Exactly. Wait, why didn't... He wasn't there though. We decided to wait, but you've already told us you had no intentions of going through with it anyway. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night on the boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning. What? That's stupid. Why? Why did you accept it in the first place? Like, tell me the reason why you wanted to board the ship and to the point that you had to act like the assassin. Boarding house in Dunkirk? My signature will be in the register book, and when we simple enough to verify. What? You couldn't even make like a fake signature? My sir. Then, what became of Jigoku? Gregson was no assassin, so the Mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. Yeah, it was just... Did you just literally left him high and dry? He met the Reaper in the room of the Fresno Street to report the failure, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger. Are you... Causing... Both of... You and Van Zeeks deserve to be in the witness stand. You do not deserve to be in the prosecution desk. I am going to smack you across the face and kiss you on the cheek. And end his wretched agent's life. Your events of things is faulty as shit. The real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder. But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword claim to be lodged in the inspector's trunk? Yeah. What? I don't need to answer. You do! Asagi! Kazuma! I am left speechless by this man and his stupid. The victim was killed by the gunshot. A small fragment of the Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case. It is! And accordingly, I just exercised my right to silence and I'm going to gag you if you really want to read silence. Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as... No! Karuma! As you wish, my lord. The Great Sword! Wow! The Great Sword Karuma has been added to... Wow! The illustrious blade passed down from the generations of the Asogi clan. A prized sword's tip had a small piece missing. We must take immediate action now to verify whether Seishiro Jikoku remains unharmed. What? Remain unharmed? I agree. That would be our first priority. You knew this! You knew this, and you didn't confirm for yourself? My man. It's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. How did you... When a foreign dignitary invites the Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours. It's only natural that the questions of his safety should arise. You don't mean to say that you think Judge may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal, and he has the power and influence to give orders from the inside of a prison cell. Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks? If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you. Where did you get that? You stop that! Order! Oh, this is the wrong voice! Whenever I read order, I just go back immediately to the old man voice! Order! Order in the court! Order! We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes. Now? Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with organizer's office. If the man can be located within half an hour, we will have to assume the worst. Oh no! Not Judge Jigoku! No one will want to kill a harmless Japanese man who only just arrived in the country. Except, that is, for the Reaper wanting to finish off the mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago. I would have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake. My lord! I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jigoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes... What? Oh, I thought that said consequences, and I was like, what? I didn't do anything. I said difficulties, okay. You will face grave difficulties. Court is adjourned for 30 minutes. What? Kazuma-sama, the Reaper's assistant. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare. I can hardly believe it either. But on the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. I mean... Ryunosuke, did you just completely miss the fact that we're talking about fan fiction? That is false. You don't know your best friend at all. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful had happened to Judge Jigoku, then I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control. I felt it from the moment I stepped into the courthouse this morning. That strange sensation that we were careering towards a foregone conclusion. Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options. We have Usa Lock. Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Or rather, one last ear. Ooh! Yay, we can do it! Of course! The little Mr. Shortstall that Iris gave us. If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just give this little Hurley's ears as then pull this little Hurley's ears. I fucking made the same mistake earlier too, as hard as you possibly can. Perhaps now is the time? What should I do? Pull her hair, Lee's ears are not. Pull! Here goes then. Here goes then. I'm going to do it! Good luck, Mr. Naruhodo. No looking back. Heave! Ow! That scream sounds like Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes? Where are you? Here, my dear fellow, here! It's the Veldalta! Are you sure? Pull the ears again, Mr. Naruto, as hard as you can! Alright then, I'll put all my strength into it. Heave! Oh! That was so cute! That was so cute! It was actually the dog. Please, my dear fellow, you don't need to pull my ear off. It was actually pulling it. That was so cute! Mr. Sholmes, where are you? Myself and my trusted partner. Presently in the first class cabin area of the SS Grouse. Oh, that's so cute. The SS Grouse. She left over last night after the final piece of cargo were loaded. Oh, that's so cute! I'm absolutely dying. Iris literally invented phones. What the hell? You're absolutely right. What the heck? We're currently docked at Dunkirk, but due to be on the way again in half an hour. You've taken a ship to France? Please, even with my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump the Straits of Dover. After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station and by train to the port in order to board this vessel in time. So, you mean you'd already worked it out? That the steamship was where everything really took place? Momika ran away on a romantic cruise in the city of love? Ah! Oh shit, you're absolutely right, the implications of that! And then one of their kids are just like bothering them over the phone. Mr. Naruhodo, pray, what is my name? Sherlock Sholmes, the world-famous great detective. I get to take a sippy. Recited to perfection. Well done. God damn it. I want to pull your ears as well. You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. I love that. I love that so much. That's the only word for it. I love this so much. It's so cute. Ow, 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 ow. Mrs. Sato, gently with the genius's ears, please. Oh, why, I'm ever so sorry. If I may, Sholmes. Ah, there you are, Mikatoba. Am I Mikatoba? This is Mikatoba's point of view. Oh my god! Everything is so cool! I love it! You may remember that it is in fact I who made the connection to the SS Grouse. Shit! At Scotland Yard yesterday, when we examined that notebook and I recalled my steamship ticket. But of course it was my dear fellow. And not once did I controvert the fact. I merely had our court-bound companions utter my name. Yes, you did, didn't you? We've just entered the recess. The trial resumes in 30 minutes from now. And if we're unable to present any new leads, then I'm afraid to say. Do not fret, please. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made this journey. Ah! Whatever he says, partner! Ah! I have no doubt that we shall have welcome news for you within half the hour. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful. Until later then. Yes! You'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first. Oh, I love this sprite so much. It's so cute. I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tugging at my ears in that mindless fashion. Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operate in that way in the first place, Yos? Why did this one I know? It's Iris's invention, not mine. Oh my god. I don't want to move from the screen. It's so cute. I love it so much. Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour shows, we have but half an hour before the grouse puts to sea again. If you don't conclude our investigation rapidly, we shall find ourselves in Naples before long. There are times, Mikotoba, when you make a surprising amount of sense. Jesus. So, let us begin! Hey, has 2 fishes! First class cabin number 2. Yes, this is the one. But I don't believe an investigation of a cabin is going to be plain sailing. Who is he? The crewman standing in front of the door is an angry-looking fellow. Why are you loitering here? Who are you? My dear fellow, do you not recognize a world-famous great detective when you see one? I get a sip again. The question really ought to be, who are you? Do you not recognize world-traveling great sailor Chicken Stroganoff? Is he? Is he Beef's brother? Great detective, ha! I don't think so. They're twins! He said great, I took a ship. Do you see that, Mikotoba? It would appear that this man is a devoted follower of mine. Goodness me, is that a tattoo that says Shobes? Oh, that's definitely numbers. 5631045. I'm just gonna take a picture of that. There's no way I'm gonna remember. I must say, while such adoration is flattering naturally, it does leave me a little cold. What are you talking about? Leave! Now! How distressing! My loyal devotee knows me only by name and not by appearance. And yet, I already know a great deal about you, sir. You have a brother, I believe. Like yourself, is a shipman. Oh my god, what is his face? Currently traveling the world aboard a Russian steamship, in fact. How could you know this? Elementary, Madame Mikotoba. He said nothing! I'm sure it was. 3 days ago, I was bound for London aboard a ship, you see. We're looking for one of my fellow passengers, a man by the name of Jigoku. There is no one with his name on board. But we know that he purchased a ticket for passage. Oh, he did! Cheeky! You mean Easterman? He left 2 hours ago. Here in Dunkirk, he said something about emergency, I think. What? Are you sure? So say Shiro realized that we're after him, has he? What? After him? His cabin is the one behind you. We should like to investigate, please. No! I have orders to not let even mouse inside. Mikatama, be a good man and draw the sailor's attention away, would you? Make up some excuse as to who, so that he leaves the area. Are you literally just saying this out loud? He can hear you. Doesn't great detective see? I get to drink a sea. Not even sailors appears, both left and right. Curses! That plan is ruined. And you have only yourself to blame, I'm afraid, Shows. Oh my god, he is so tired. It's only been like, what, a few hours and he's already tired of Sherlock's shit. Forget it, cabin door is locked. Even if I'm not here, you cannot get inside. Mikatama, I'm sure you haven't forgotten my special talent, have you? Opening any locks? Oh wait, opening any locks? Within a mere 5 seconds. So, if you'd be so kind to afford me the requisite time, old friend, in your typical accommodating manner. How could I refuse such a typically unappealing request, old friend? Ah! The dance! Hey, my main Otto. So I need to distract the burly sailor for 5 seconds, do I? I'm just saying. Holy shit! We immediately entered the investigation. I mean, Charlotte. I don't know. It said it only had 30 minutes. I don't think it's going to be an incredibly long one, but holy shit. Usually the inspector... Good man! So, the game is afoot. That's another first-class cabin, and yet its door is completely unguarded. Just well, I had a quick look inside earlier. Though I confess, I didn't investigate the wardrobe. There may very well be a young Japanese fellow inside, perspiring merrily. Oh, okay. So I'll do this. We'll end the investigation. I'll end the stream when we end the investigation. If you're referring to Naruhodo, you know very well that he's currently perspiring merrily in court. I just like to imagine that Ryunosuke is basically both their sons at this point, because apparently these two have a habit of adopting children. Does it not strike you though, Mikatama? Why the man stands guard only in the front of this cabin, when both are currently vacant? This would appear to be an alarm bell. All hell would break loose if this thing were to ring. The whole crew would know about it. Leave it off for now. No, I think that would never work, sure. I need to concoct another distraction. I'm just looking at stuff now. This must be a mousetrap. Perhaps I could distract the crewmen and attention with this. How? How would that work? No, I think not. It would never work, surely. Ah, the switch for the electrical lights. Perhaps if we were to turn off the lights, the crewmen would... I don't know. No. I want to try all of them. Nothing much of note here, I'd say. Oh. That's the way back to the deck, but we certainly can't give up on this sound. I want to do everything. I feel like the light switch would be right. I wanna try the mouse trap for some reason. Ow. That sounds like Big Mouse in Trap. Mikatama literally said a choo-choo! Like Chinosuke! Ah! Choo-choo! I will bring bucket of water later and put out a misery. I don't like the sound. I don't like the sound of that. In any case, my dear fellow, that is quite unconvincing. Only Japanese mice make a cheese. Yes, because that was the problem. But really, Sholmes, and pray tell, what sound do Russian mice make? PP! Naturally! PP! No, also quite unconvincing, I readily admit. Go ahead, Mikasaba. Do a PP for me! Do a PP! No, thank you. I'm sure I can come up with an alternative solution. I feel like it's just gonna beat the shit out of me if I do this, but I wanted to. I don't know if this is the right answer. I want to try flicking the switch. But I feel like that's the right answer because we were immediately at this screen and we have to scroll around to get to that one. Here you go, Seth. Pardon me in advance. You, what are you doing? If we were at sea, that would be very bad problem. What's going on here? See man strong enough, report it once. Oh, what was the right answer? Sorry sir, nothing to report. It was just stupid trick. No, not by me, by world famous. No, as I told you. Now, Sholmes, now! Done. Alright, that was the right answer. I wanted to flip the switch. Not even 5 seconds, eh? Well, don't stand there copying my brilliance, Mikatoba. In we go. Oh, yes, I wanted to switch the light. No! Can I go back? That's the trouble. Oh, damn. Oh. Good gracious. It would appear that the occupant of this cabin did indeed disembark rather hurriedly. I did! But it was like a few... Okay, let's do it. I can just speed through it. Yeah. Okay, let's switch the light then. Click. Oh, what is happening? Where is light? Now, Sholmes, now! Huh. Nobody there. That was a close shave. What attack you have? Stumbling so violently in an apparently empty corridor. To be quiet, Jones. I shall have to think of another approach. Okay. Okay, that's what we want. I thought it was gonna be like Sholmes doing some weird shit in the dark. I was assuming the lights would be the answer, but I guess yeah. How could you like pick a lock? And well, you don't need to pick a lock with sight. You need to pick a lock with like feelings and oh, there's a messy painting. And like sound. Where's the bed? It would appear, yeah, hurriedly. And his clothes. Oh, look, he has those like toe socks. Very cute. Those clothes on the floor here. They're Seishiro's, without question. Well, it seems we are just a little too late. Yes, by about 2 hours. Still, whilst we're here, we should investigate thoroughly. There may well be 2 hours worth of clues to find here. But the Billy Crewman may return at any moment, Sholmes. Indeed, he may, which makes it all the more thrilling. Hello! Welcome, John! Oh, I hope I don't actually have to work with the time limit. I really want to investigate shit. According to the report I was given, Naruhodo was concealing himself in Asogi's wardrobe. Indeed he was, and it was in a very similar size to this one. Ah! You must climb inside yourself, my dear fellow! Oh, okay, yeah. What for? Yay, I can like fuck around as much as I want. It was the sight of... Oh! It was the sight of my first fateful meeting with Mr. Naruhodo. You can experience the moment of yourself now, complete with my dramatic rhetoric. Come along now, in you go. This will only take a moment. No, don't shove him back into the closet. Really, shows. Surely you can tell. You can tell me what you said. Well, I uttered some brilliant remark and opened the wardrobe to reveal a stowaway murderer. I think I'll just read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes or Sherlock shows. Oh. Quite an exquisite glass, I must say. See here how it... I remember by heart because it's crazy. Oh god, okay. I'm excited to hear this. Let's make another save. Just to be sure. Oh wow, really? I'm excited then. Is something wrong, Sholmes? You suddenly trailed off. Ice, Mikotoba, ice! The opulence of the first-class passengers enjoy... chilled drinks! Pardon? Could it be that the steamship is equipped with an electronic refrigerated cold room, do you think? Well, it is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce, as well as ice. So that's where Brexit was stored. On our voyage to Japan, we enjoyed culinary delights from all over the world. Suddenly, Mikotoba. The sight of you is making my mouth water. Oh! Hello? I have no idea, but I need to wait. I need to go back and take a screenshot of both those lines. I was not expecting when he said, oh, and suddenly Mikotoba, he would follow up with that. Sir, what the hell? What the hell? Why is he like this? He's even more violently homosexual than Kazuma. Let's talk about clauses in mouth-watering professors. I cry. I haven't taken on the flavor of the food I ate, you know? Ooh. Never know. What's in the trash bin? This waste paper basket looks... Look, there's still some rubbish inside. Indeed. Then, let us pry. I've discovered recently I have a passion for exploring the contents of others' waste paper baskets. I sincerely hope only for your work. Ah! Here we have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago. 3 days ago, the night before we arrived in London, when I was still aboard myself. Following the departure of Port Dunkirk... wait! I wasn't done reading! Yes, there was an evacuation drill, I remember. For our safety and security, all first-class passengers are constantly under a watchful eye of the crew. So, it was welcome relief to have some privacy for once. Okay, let me see. You guys took that away from me so fast. Wait! I don't have court records here. Back! There's a speaking tube here, look. Though it's been stoppered with some cloth. So the voices of the crewmen in the bridge aren't an annoyance, I suppose. Oh, indeed. So that the voices in this cabin aren't heard elsewhere. Could something have happened in here that was for no one else's ears, do you think? Either that, or it could be to prevent snakes from entering. That's really becoming a favorite case of yours, hasn't it? Yeah, we don't have ventilators here, so... These are the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep any weapons or other dangerous objects into cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. I still don't know how Kazuma got into like the SS Buria because he has a whole ass sword. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away in wardrobes and or travel cases. I love the fact that Ryunosuke created a whole ass rule. I feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination. What about the fact that they're not straight on the wall? Doesn't that strike you? You may be right. Probably just our imagination though. A trifle. And you know what I always say, Mikatoba. There is nothing important about trifles. That's probably just my imaginations, but I think that might be slightly off. I want to leave the trunk for last. That's a substantial heap of clothes on the floor. An overcoat, shirt, a dressing gown, momohiki work trousers, a tanzen robe, a haramaki waistband, clearly the clothes of a Japanese man. And clearly, Japanese men are unaccustomed to the culture of the wardrobe. It looks to me as if they've been thrown in a heap like that. It's something of a hurry. Indeed, you could say you could help yourself to a Japanese man's shirt, perhaps. I'm sure you made mention of packing too few. I very likely drown in one of Seishiro's shirts, though I'll just buy any extra I need, I think. Oh, men! The men in this game! The wall is a slightly different color just here. Do you see? Indeed, what you have observed arises from a frame that has been hanging for some time was removed. Perhaps your friend is an art thief? Now, there is a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure, and I get to take a sip. Oh, how I been? I won't lie, I woke up with a bad stomach because of the expired fries I ate, but I guess my stomach is just too empty to like actually make me go up swap. So I just have a very hurty tummy at the moment. He may very well be an elusive thief who has been plaguing France's galleries of late. I think perhaps we should focus on our attention elsewhere, don't you? That outline on the wall. I feel as though I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size elsewhere. Plenty of reading materials to keep passengers occupied on the long sea voyages. I found a mixture of classical literature and easy reading to be most satisfactory, I would say. Whoever stocked this bookshelf is a hopeless heretic. There's no copy of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, my dear fellows. I'm afraid it's just me, but no, you're quite right. More blasphemous than overlooking the Bible. I shall leave a copy behind. I just happen to have one with me. You're a true missionary of the Church of the Great Detectives, aren't you? And a sippy. Immediately, I had like a whole cup, and the moment we get into investigation with Sholmes, it's already down to the halves. Yeah, the fries we had, it was like frozen and everything. But when I cooked them, like I could taste some funk in them. But the thing with me when I cook with fries is that I season them heavily, like salt, pepper, burger seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and then I made like a creamy soup sauce so I can dip it in. So it disguised that taste very easily. But like there were just some bites that couldn't hide the taste of it being rank. And sadly enough, I've already eaten like 3/4 of the fries before I noticed, oh shit, this thing is bad. This thing has gone bad, and therefore I've been suffering all day with a pained stomach. Let me do this again. Okay. I think the trunk is the only thing left now. All the doors to this vessel are blocked. A wise idea. You never know where and when a criminal may strike. But of course, to the great detective Sherlock Holmes, I take another sip immediately. Lock, bolt, or shut button. It makes no difference. Oh, he's adept in undoing shirt buttons. I see. All are unfastened with equal ease. The way you go on, you sound rather more like a great thief than a great detective. Ah, okay, that takes 2 sips immediately. Jesus, I'm drowning. You know what? I have some iced tea here, and the iced tea splash back at my nose. Right? Why is Sherlock like this? Was he actually holding back his fruitiness with Ryu? Madam Megatoba, as long as there is greatness, I am quite satisfied. I don't think that counts. Of course you are. Okay, so it's the trunk. That's a very sizable trunk indeed. Seishiro is partial of all things large. I see! Good taste, man, good taste. You like them big, you like them large, you like them girthy as well, or just... And a rather clumsy fellow if he failed to notice he'd left that behind. Perhaps he left it on purpose. It's lighter than you may think. It's still a but it's still a hindrance to a speedy escape. Pity. It's locked, so we can't look inside. I thought locks weren't a problem to you. Surely 5 seconds from now, the situation will be quite different now. Sadly not. It has a 7-digit combination lock. And I'm not in a morose enough mood to work through all combinations at present. You are still here? Ah, Able Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again. I was beginning to think you'd never materialize. You are waiting for me. Of course! I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity fast sooner. I was in trouble with Captain because of trick you played before. Poor innocent chicken. Tiki! It is all your fault. Also, I'm so glad that he wasn't the seaman we had then, because I'm pretty sure Kazuma would have hated it much more. Remember his like fried chicken? Ship is leaving port soon. Get up now! Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellow. But first, there is something that must be done. What are you talking about? Why, naturally, a debunking of your deceit and the bearing of truth. Kakoi! I'm afraid I see through your lies. When for one thing, Mr. Jigaku has not yet left this vessel at all. Ah! And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganoff. You know exactly where the man is even as we speak, don't you? How can you? Good gracious, Jones, you mean you've worked it out? All of it! It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? 10 years, no less. Ah. So, would you care to join me for a dance? Oh, my immediate logic! Ah! That's a deduction with the 2 dills! Nothing would please me more. What is this? We have but minutes until the vessel puts to sea. No games now. Time is of the essence. Mr. Stroganoff, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jigoku left the ship 2 hours ago. That is what I said. Sadly, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there is something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it. What? Ah, yes, of course. I see you've done it too, Mikotoba. Then please, do the lead. Ooh! So... Mikotoba takes the lead between them. Ooh! I love this so much. Jesus. What's in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jigoku having disembarked 2 hours. Oh! Let us see what the last 3 years have done to your observation skills then, Mikotoba. Wait, what do you mean last 3 years? Oh my god, you're so... It's been 10 years since we landed this show. It's not... Why, of course it has. Wait. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. But, as I always say, you may not merely look, but observe. Observe and the answers become clear. So, impress me! I think I can manage that. The eyes. Oh. I don't have like an option to like... Ooh, wait. I thought it... Why is there like code rank hanger like missing? I can't press anything like with what's on the top? Oh my god, this is flimsy. I can't press anything like when you do with like Ryu and Susato. You just have to like present it. His voice! He doing the bidang! He tap dance! They actually dance. Oh my god. They actually really do dance here. Oh my god, they aren't just spinning around and waltzing. This is an actual dance performance. Perhaps you should have cleared away the glass. I'm curious. The ice that shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago? It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand. Get your mind off the refreshment shows. Get your mind off the refreshment shows. One must even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? But why would Seishiro run from us? Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Cruise are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan? Ah, that's right, they are. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes. 50 days in the very cabin during our voyage. As I suspected, well, you see, there are traces of this cabin, in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had to hide. What traces? I know nothing about this. Ah, this is news to you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff? Shows, what exactly are you getting at? As I say, there are traces in this cabin for some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I am quite sure won't have escaped your notice. Something out of place. That's the key to this, Mikotoba. The remnant of the dark deed that took place in here are being masked by something quite incongruous. I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again. Oh, it's just squishing my cheek because this. No, right. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we all know. Now then, let's see if I can uncover the truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. The remnants of the dark. I don't know if I can. Is it the? I guess it's. They're saying it's being masked. I'm assuming it's the rules of passage. Kurai! His voice is so. I love it! It's the rules of passage in this frame here. It's obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. Yes, and I'm sure you've already concluded that the frame was originally over there. The shape and size are a perfect match. Duh! You were right. When did the frame move? Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganoff? I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations about reliability. Raggy? Wait, open your eyes. Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve. So, Mikotoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? That looks... Are you telling me that Jikoku killed Renson? Like a bullet hole? What? Who has been shooting walls? I say, the projectile has been removed. And also blood spatter. Oh yeah, don't you have like a blood spatter thing? Invention? Clearly, the careful occupants of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mr. Stroganoff. I have a distinct impression that you are attempting to shield said occupant. I am fighting down a bird with every word I say. It's me. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I try to protect a stranger? So we're talking about the same man, is he? Good. I'm sure we may get to the bottom of this in no time, aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. Yes, you've been told to keep up this pretense as clearly shown by... I really don't know how to approach this one shows. My dear Mikotoba, simply keep first principle in mind. Study your subject from every angle. And I'm quite sure you'll see it. In fact, I'd put a wager on it. So, to glare at the fellow from all sides. Well, I can certainly do that. He's gonna be super good. Oh, chunky arms. I'm kind of sad you can't like press them for more information, but I see. Wow, some banknotes. Man, if only Susato knew how fruity her dad is. It's almost obvious. It's almost too obvious for words. Quite the universal language of the world. Money. And I'd wager to the Eastern fellow in question. I say Shirojigoku, yes? Gah! So, I presume you realize what this means. There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabinet. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But... I believe you know, Mr. Stroganoff. You know where Mr. Jigaku is hiding at this precise moment in time. As always, Mikatoba, in the matters of deduction, the furtive glance is your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something, Schultz. You've found that... I'll just call it the crack. You found the crack in this burly fellow's armor. Like, I know what it's supposed to mean and what it's supposed to be representing, but it sounds a little similar to a slur, sadly. Like, I don't know if it's one-to-one with spelling, but this it sounds a little too similar to something. The slightest flicker of the pupils, the minutely delayed blink. Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceptible. You can hardly call this barely perceptible, Schultz. The man stirred his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. We shall let your tapping toes decide with your fellow. With your tapping toes! Considering. Yeah, it was just, it was a little too close to something. It's literally looking at it. Also, man, you're standing on his clothes. You're getting it all dirty. Oh shit, oh sorry. Sorry. Discord just popped out of her so fucking reason. Ah, don't click that. I can't believe you fit there though. You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you? Ah! The truth is, Seishiro Jigaku was unable to escape from this ship in time. And is, at this very moment, doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk. Oh no! I can't believe he fit! If he still has a breath to take, I fear him may be running dangerous low on air. I imagine he didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interest for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible. But how can we? Are we forgetting about the combination? We don't know about the 7-digit code. The combination lock can't be opened from inside the trunk. Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Of course. In short, before Jigaku hid himself inside the trunk, he must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. And I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff. Go. No! I know nothing about combination code. Don't move a muscle, my good seaman. Now, Mikatoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk? How on earth do you expect me? It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time. 5, 6, 3, 1. Jesus. Present? Oh, you can do this. Oh, cool. Cool. That's very, very good. Good game design. Good on you, developers. This is very good. 5, 6. Wait. Is it not a... Oh, it's a 2. Right. It's a 2 with those little... Wait, what the hell? 2, 3. 1, 0. What? And 5. I can't imagine that it fit in there. It looks so small. Like, I know it by... let's just go on. That did it. It opened. You had to meddle, didn't you? You look so dumb! Well, Eugene, you found me now. I'm... Bruh, are you okay? I'm like trying to find out where your knees are. Those things should be like pressed against your chest. Seishiro. Jigoku is a gymnast. Is that like the lore? He was a gymnast before he did like some martial arts. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know. But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it. No, quite. I just wish it were some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Sherlock, are you jealous? Are you being jealous right now? Is there another man that Mikotoma knows and you're just, I must know. No, your representation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. This is the wrong voice. I've read stories of many of your exploits. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion. The devil is in details. Mikotoma, I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion, who made a cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour. I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor. Well, Seishiro, are you going to explain all this? You know, and all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey, yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago, mind you. And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Oh no, listen, that things is not mean. He is very nice. Sometimes he is a bit racist. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the Synopsium was responded to goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. So you've decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it? I'm afraid so, yes, of course. I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you. Who's this? Sherlock? It's something surprising, I must say. I knew it. What is? Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available. So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available. So I purchased a ticket, and here I am. I've just seen for myself an obvious remnants of that incident in his cabin. So he'd already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had he? To prevent anyone from taking this cabin and seeing the evidence, is that it? Eugene, I have nothing to say to you. Oh. Well, in 5 minutes, this ship will be set off on its onward voyage to not make port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements. Oh, and he's doing that with a smile too. Oh. We have this, Seishiro. Take it. Oof, got all angry. What is it? It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. How did you get that? You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring documents like this from the British court would be. Ooh! How did he get that? How does he have that? You can prepare then, Eugene. Come now. Come on, let's go. 1 moment. Well, what is it, Sholmes? Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk, I found this rather fascinating trinket. What is this? Seishiro? I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. By the looks of his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir for our brief sojourn in France. Wait. That looks like it's for a pocket watch. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. Are we still going to have Kazuma as the prosecutor? Because, on God, what he did. Okay, we're back to the court, so I will have to end this stream here. Kazuma Sogi. Wait, can I just check the court records? We have it! Wait, I just want to check this. He doesn't even have that red tie around it anymore. Karama, the great blade. It's such a thing of beauty. I want to gaze at it for hours. Whoo! Oh, I wanted to mention the thingy. It's only the tip. The tip of the great sword broken. It's such a shame. It's been so meticulously cared for over the years. I can almost hear Karama sob. Oh! Kazuma must have really taken a swing for that to happen. Oh! How did they send this immediately? They arrived here before word did. Following the departure of the Dunkirk, all crew members are required to assemble on the main deck 10 p.m. in order for the evacuation procedures. It will take 20 minutes. Construction drill is over. You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's a part of the top of a pocket watch that you twist to set the time, isn't it? It's called a crown, I believe. A watch would quite be useless without one. The crown? Like what sits on the top of a monarch's head? That's a very grand name for such a tiny part. But actually... Yes, Mr. Naruto? If this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here, somewhere with a very bare head. If by monarch you mean pocket watch, then I'm quite sure you have. Is there anything else? What do you think, Mrs. Sato? I feel sure I know exactly what will fit here. Really? I was just thinking precisely the same thing. You're bound to see that a little round? It's actually part of Inspector Greg's pocket watch. Really? I was just thinking precisely that too. A perfect fit! I knew it. Alright, perhaps you knew it. I'll make a note of this new information at once. Oh. Yeah, that's a preamble for our case. That we will continue tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm back. Oof, I need to do a big stretch. Yay! Okay, that was so fun. That was so fun. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, I thought I was like gonna disconnect again. Like literally at the end, the disrespect. Oh, okay, thank you so much, Sia Foams and Bummerkins and John who stopped by. It was so fun and so fun. Oh, can I ask you guys? I won't lie, I looked a little into the case structure of this case because I wanted to like plan around it. I knew that there are 4 parts to it. One trial, 1 investigation, and 2 more trials. Are the remaining 2 trials long? Or can I do it in one stream? Because the last time I did that, I was like, it ended up being a 9-hour stream for the last case of the first game. Because... And also, it's really harmless. Unlike with the other cases, like they would have like a to be continued in it. It was really seamless. I didn't even notice I was part of the investigation one. Hi, Anne. I do not recommend grinding it all. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Would it be longer than my 9 hour stream? But yeah, okay, let's do that then. I will do the next part of the trial um tomorrow, and then the finale after that. Oh shit, it's the same. Fuck. Okay, thank you so much to everyone who dropped by, and also hello, Anne, and also goodbye, Anne. I'm ending the stream today. It was so fun, and there's so many episodes there. I am still in doubt on why the fuck Kazuma is still allowed to be a prosecutor when he has been clearly been part of like the case now. That should not be allowed in any way, shape, or form. But I guess we don't have another prosecutor because the Grim Reaper is now being accused by him. So honestly, let me just prosecute the whole thing myself. Ooh, Kazuma, you beach, but also Himo. What was it? What was their name? Homu Miko. Holy shit! Oh wait, no, is it Miko Homu now? Because apparently, ooh, Mikotopa takes the lead between them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yay! Thank you so much again, guys, for stopping by. Again, apologies for like the disastrous start of all this because of my internet stupid thing. And yes, we will see each other again tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, Janne. Bye, 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 bye. Janne. See ya, everyone.